Now, the National Council of State has endorsed the nomination of Professor Joshua Ojo Amupitan as the new chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. The council, at its meeting earlier today, also approved the nomination of Aminu Yusuf from Niger State for the chairmanship of the National Population Commission, NPC. State House correspondent Musbau Dan-Wahab reports on that, as well as the Police Council's meeting, which was also held successively.
President Bola Tinubu would chair the National Council of State meeting for the second time. Former heads of state, General Ibrahim Babangida and General Abdulsalami Abubakar, were online for the meeting, well attended by state governors. The meeting came timely after Professor Mahmood Yakubu bowed out as chairman, Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. President Tinubu consequently nominated Professor Josh Ojo Amupitan from Kogi State to assume the leadership role of the electoral umpire. The council unanimously approved the nomination of a 58-year-old professor who specializes in company law, law of evidence, corporate governance and privatization law.
Speaker after speaker spoke glowingly of this professor as a very serious-minded scholar, a man of high integrity, and a tested and trusted hand who has never participated in any partisan politics.
Similarly, following the approval of the council, Dr. Aminu Yusuf from Niger State will now take over as the new chairman of the National Population Commission, NPC. On other matters, the Advisory Committee on Prerogative of Mercy, through the Office of Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, got approval of the council to pardon a total of 175 persons.
Of the total, email recommended for presidential clemency were about 82. Those recommended for reduced sentence for their terms of imprisonment are 65. And those recommended for reduced sentences from death to life imprisonment are about 7 in number.
The council equally sanctioned the report of the National Earners Awards Committee, which recommended a total of 824 out of about 5,000 applicants for the year 2024-2025 National Earners and Awards.
The Super Falcons of Nigeria and the Tigers were honored for their international representation and achievements in sports, and Professor Mahmood Yakubu, the immediate past INEC chairman, was also honored for his service to Nigeria's democratic process. The list of the successful candidates will be published shortly.
The names of Ogoni 9 and Ogoni 4, earlier honored posthumously by President Bola Tinubu for their environmental activism and sacrifice, were also included on the list of the national awardees, as well as under the prerogative of mercy. From the Police Council meeting, which held immediately after, the Council approved the request of improved allocation from 0.5% to 1% of the federal allocation to the Nigeria Police Trust Fund. The Council also granted the prayer for the repeal and reenactment of the Nigeria Police Trust Fund Establishment Act 2025.
Direct the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice to input all the approvals of the Council in the proposed executive bill. All these prayers have been approved.
The peaceful reports of his soul.
The Police Council observed a minute silence in honor of the 18th Inspector General of Police, Solomon Arase, who passed away recently.
May his soul rest in perfect peace. Amen.
From the State House, Musbau Dan-Wahab, NC News.